Hi everyone, welcome back. So, in the last few assignments we've been looking at drawing techniques and different drawing mediums and at observation and how we observe something and then interpret it using those mediums and techniques on a piece of paper. So we've had a brief look at pencils, at charcoal, at drawing pencils and oil pastels. In the previous project, I asked you to go and look in the mirror and really observe yourself. See what you really look like. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your hair. And then to close your eyes and to recall those features and draw it. And so what came out should have been an abstract portrait, because with your eyes closed, there was no way that you could necessarily put everything in the correct place. So now we're going to take that idea of the abstract portrait a little bit further, and we're going to be creating an abstract portrait using black marker pen and oil pastels. So hopefully you have those things in your tool cupboard. And just the thing to remember about an abstract portrait, what makes it an abstract portrait, is that the portrait part means that there are features that are on a face, but then the abstract part is that they don't necessarily go where they are supposed to go, or they are not based on a realistic look, or they are not representational. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. So we're going to just draw from some of the ideas of folk art, so particularly using the black outline as one of the really defining features, pattern making within your portrait, and vivid color blending. So the oil pastels I found are really great for very bright colors, but they're not as messy as working with paint, and you can still just work on normal paper, so you don't need a canvas or anything like that. So we're keeping it fairly simple. Let's work on an A3 size, so it's not too small and it's not too big, and so you can work on preferably A3 card, white card, but A3 paper will also do just fine. So we're going to be looking specifically at an artist called Sandra Silberswijk, and here are some of her pictures for you to look at. Right, so you'll see that she's used the black marker pen in our case, that's what we're going to be using, to really go define all those different features and create those abstract features. So we can see the eyes. We know that they're eyes, but they are not realistic eyes. She's used a lot of pattern making, a lot of blending of very vivid colors, and so you can get some ideas from looking at that. And then also with your oil pastels, you can really blend nicely between the different colors and create patterns. And so you'll obviously use your black marker pen to create the design and then take it from there. So she's in some cases used a white or a light color on top of a dark color, or vice versa, to make her patterns. Okay, so I also know how daunting it can be to start a project or something that you've never done before. So I might give you a little sort of tips and tricks from Kaylin Thompson. So let's start off. We've obviously got our black fine liner. I mean, not black fine liner, black permanent marker, one of my favorite things in the world. And maybe what we can do is just start off with drawing your nose, which could go down the middle here. And remember that we are doing an abstract portrait, so it doesn't need to look like a realistic nose, but we have got a sort of like a shape of a nose. Okay, we're going to sort of do a backwards L. Right, so now we can do the shape of the eye next to it. And once again, it's an abstract eye, so it's not supposed to look realistic, but we still know that as a symbol of an eye. Now also because it's abstract, they don't need to be in line with each other, so I might choose to do my other eye down here, or however you choose to do it. I mean, this is just this is just my ideas. Obviously yours need to be very particular to yourself. So you remember that Sandra Silberswag, she had those very stand-outish eyelashes. You might not want to do that, or she's got those wonderful big eyebrows, and you might want to do patterns already with your black marker pen. And remember, the black marker pen will actually shine through the oil pastel. That's what's one of the wonderful things about it. Okay, and then we've got our lips can be exaggerated, or you can make them smaller or bigger or whatever, and maybe we can do a twirl on the cheek. And then maybe what we can do is also, I noticed with Sandra's work, is that it's almost sort of framed by a cloak or a veil or something like that, and you can then do patterns within that as well. So this is just my very rough thing. Okay, so you could do some patterns on the face, whatever, cross hatching, whatever you like. Okay, so that's a very basic design that I've done there, but you must do your own thing. So then it's about you making choices about your colors and filling up all that white page with your glorious colors, and have lots of fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.